And I'm live. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. How are people today? I hope everyone watching this is doing well. Thank you for anybody who's here. Also, anybody possibly watching the replay, thank you very much for watching. I will go ahead and go into my intro. Let's see, my name is Heather Dewey Pettit, and I am a writer, editor, and artist, as well as sensitivity reader. Let's see, as a writer, I've done a lot of things, but I currently focus on writing fiction. I have a book-length project that is a young adult fantasy, and it's got a lot of different themes going on with it, but one concentration is that there is, it basically is based on some Celtic mythology, which I am fascinated with, and the idea got started because I was doing some genealogy, and so I had that's what my main character had done in the beginning of the story. Anyway, as an editor, I am a freelance line editor, copy editor, and proofreader, as well as sensitivity reader. Specifically as a sensitivity reader, I read for certain disabilities like autism and ADHD, as I have personal experience with those for the most part, with concentration in those. Also for the female experience, as a Generation Xer, because we grew up with a certain set of social expectations, I guess, and everything that came with that. As an artist, I love working with watercolors and stamps and ink, and I love making greeting cards to give to friends and family. And I have recently started an Etsy shop, and I hope to grow that this year. Anyway, let's see here. Now that that's out of the way, as soon as I get, of course, I'm not quite sure that this is accurate, but it looks like maybe I have a viewer. And I can get anybody started with a timer. I can set us up. I usually start with 15 minutes, and then I move into the classic Pomodoro 25-minute length sprints, as I find that to be a really good length of time to in which to concentrate. And then I take a break for about 5 minutes or so, so that we can chat. And yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. Sorry about the low light. It's the middle of the day, and the way my window is, I'm not getting a whole lot of. Here, let me turn this. I turned my desk lamp on, so hopefully that will help a bit. So hello, anybody who's here, thank you for coming. Oh, hello, Yaza. How are you? It's nice to see you. Would you like some sprints very soon? I just did my whole intro. It was like it was my the full length version, basically. Let me get rid of some things on my other laptop. Move some things out of the way. Let's see here. Let me get rid of some things off my other laptop I don't really need open. So let's see. What is going on? Sprint sound good? Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, so I was just talking about sensitivity reading. Here we go. Make sure I've got my just still getting organized apparently. Okay, because I have 2 laptops on my desk, one for streaming and the other for actually working. Let's see. Let's get us set up here. I do just the basic Google timer. I don't do anything fancy because I sometimes have issues with my internet. So I would love to let's see, let's get that shit. I like talking and doing things sometimes at the same time is not not the best thing to do. Let's see. Let me share this. Okay. Okay. What was I gonna say? I don't know. But anyway, yeah. 2 laptops, 2 mice, you know. So let's see. Yeah, so I was just saying, I was like, have you been here before for my my stream? My sprints? So I've been starting with 15 minutes. I mean, some do. And then I go into 25. Oh, whoops. Here we go. But yeah, talking and doing things at the same time, that doesn't always work, does it? Okay, wait a minute. There we go. Now I can push start when I'm ready. Okay. So what's going on, Yaza? And would you like to talk about what you're working on today? I had an idea recently. Oh yeah, I started talking about sensitivity reading. So yeah, I was saying that earlier that I specialize in things that are related to my experience. So and that would be your first time here. That's what I was wondering. As let's see, I'm a Gen Xer, female, and the the certain things that I experienced growing up in the 70s and 80s. Yeah, it was an interesting time, that's for sure. And then the 90s were a blur, but the 90s were interesting too, that's for sure. Because I was still young. Yeah. Well, thank you for coming. Yeah, and then I also read for because these are also in my personal experience, certain types of disabilities, including ADHD and autism. I wanted to mention that today because it is still Autism Awareness Month or Acceptance Month, excuse me. Yes, Acceptance Month. So anyway, let me know when you're ready, and we can do this. And I want to produce some content for that related to that subject, so related to sensitivity reading. So I will be doing that really soon because I would like to do that some more. For sure. So yeah, just let me know when you're ready and we can get this started. Do I still need that? I don't think I still need that. Just trying to reduce the number of tabs I have open, just to make things easier. I'll do that later. So yeah. So if anybody has any questions regarding that, oh, I have to take this call. So I'm just going to go ahead and get this started. Sorry. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sorry. And then I start a coughing fit. Excuse me. Okay, so sorry for the sudden beginning to that sprint. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, that was just an urgent phone call that I really had to take. So I do apologize. Otherwise, I would have gone through a, do your stretching, take a sip of water if you need to, kind of thing. I'll definitely do that next time. Let's see. How did you do, Yaza? Pardon. Yeah, all of a sudden I need water. So I fielded that phone call, and I pulled up some documents that I need to work on. So that's pretty much what I did in that 15 minutes. Hey, Yaza, 55 words. That's pretty good. That's pretty good for 15 minutes. Should feel good about that. Yeah. So anyway, so yeah, I pulled up some documents that I use all the time when I'm editing, and my current editing project. Okay, let's see, and then I need to open another document too, actually. So I can do that. Let's see. So okay. Now maybe we can. Let's see. That's a little bit better. Okay. Now. Oh, that's good. That's quite good. Then, yeah, because being stuck is no fun, and it is frustrating. So good job. Yeah. Short stories are fun. I have come to realize I wrote a short story for Orwa Hart's anthology, her second anthology that she did, the audiobook anthology. And that was actually quite fun to write. And just kind of sort of getting out of my comfort zone a little bit, because I hadn't written any short stories since high school, probably. And it was a lot of fun. So, finding that vibe where you're having fun it's a good feeling. Truly, it's truly a good feeling. So, yeah, and that, and then I I actually have a couple of short stories that I would like to finish. So once I get this editing project finished, I might actually do some writing in those this weekend, and or maybe this evening. See how it goes. Got something going on with the family, but without going on into all of the details at the moment. Let's see. Excuse me. Okay. Let's see. We've been talking for a couple minutes now. Let me know when you're ready and we can do the next sprint. Let's see. Yeah, there's a document I need to find so I can. Continue on a specific project. Let's see. Yaza says, short stories are fun but frustrating at the same time. But it does feel good to have a piece of work completed. Yeah, definitely. Yes, novels can take years to complete. And don't I know it? My book, let's just say my book length fiction, I got the idea for it in, well, I started developing the idea for it in 2008. I started thinking about it and realizing that there could be a story in a young person researching their ancestry. And this is like just before I ever heard of Ancestry.com, literally. So yeah. So. Let's see here. Yeah. Anyway, but in that time, I've been working on organizing for the story, and yeah, excuse my phone making a noise. Just getting everything organized, and I had to research because I didn't know anything about writing a book. Really well, I shouldn't say I knew nothing, but I knew very little about writing a full-length novel. So anyway. Excuse me. What yeah, yes, I can relate, Gaza. But I'm also a mom, and some things just take priority, but as well as possibly earning some money to help with the family budget. So yeah, I can relate to that for sure, and so I'm approximately in my actual manuscript. I'm about a little bit more than a third of the way done. I'm approximately half done. Well, maybe a little less than that, but approximately half done. I think I've got. I know I'm more than 35,000 words. So yeah, I think it's going to be approximately. It might be 80,000. It'll be somewhere between 70 and 80,000 words. It's a young adult fantasy, so yeah, it'll probably be closer to 80 or so. So. Um, anyway, let me know when you're ready, and I will. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and add that back on, and get this Pomodoro length. How does that sound? Which is what I've been doing, like I said earlier. Okay. How does that sound? And just let me know when you're ready. And I'll even put a banner on because I forgot to do it. And I realized it, and it was only like about a minute or so left. So I was like, well, I'll just wait till the next time. Let's see. I have to edit real quick. Did I say Thursday or Thursday? Oh, the ones that haven't heard about that yet might say, what? That's Thursday. Well, some people say Thursday if you haven't heard this yet. Many people have, but just in case, yes, it was originally called Thursday, but was changed over the years, over the hundreds of years. 25 is good. Okay, that sounds great. Yep, Thursday is named for the god of thunder and lightning. Apparently. Anyway, I've probably heard that a good few years ago. Anyway, I'm babbling, so let's just go ahead and get this started. Let's see. Oh, remember to stretch if you need to. I do stretch my wrists from time to time. I do stretch my back because I have a curvature. It's really good for me. Remember to sit up straight and don't do what I do. Don't hunch over. Remember to hydrate if you need to. Get up and walk around at first if you need to. It helps with concentration. Let me tell you that. I can tell you that from personal experience. Anyway, we're going to get this started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and sprint. Okay. How did everybody do? What everybody do? And hello, Charlie. But the alarm woke up my dog. Sorry. Yes. Hello, Charlie.
Hello. I have too many tabs open. I couldn't find where I was.
Yeah, I always have way too many tabs open. The life of a writer, right?
I hear Heather talking. Where are you? Where are you, Heather? Heather, where are you? Oh,
okay,
man.
Yes, go back to sleep, Molly. Oh, boy.
That's a mood.
Yeah. Long story. I'll tell you later.
Working on the content myself. I'm waiting for the first round of allergy medicine to kick in.
Yeah. Do I have any in here? Oh, look, I have a little coffee in here. Wow.
I don't think
Today's.
I like that cup. I don't think I'm going to get my project finished by the end of Nano. I might. I've got like around 5K left to write in it. So that's a lot.
Yeah, I've got more than that. But as far as meeting my goal, no, I'm not going to.
Yeah, we will see. I have hopes, but I don't know how realistic they are. See, the Nano website says that I need to write 2434 today and tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Wow. Sorry, I was just thinking about something. Thinking about a step I'll have to do with this particular edit that I've got going on. So I need to remember to do that.
And it's not an unrealistic number, but
okay.
Well, when I'm feeling okay, I can do like 3K days without like a problem. So if I were feeling better, yeah, that would be like no problem. The front that has been harassing us all week is supposed to completely move out at some point today, which hopefully means that my joints will stop hurting like they are, and I will be like, hey, I've got energy. What am I going to do with all this energy? I'm going to dictate a book. Blah, 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 blah. That's what I'm hoping happens.
Okay. Oh yeah, dictation would be good. Yeah, so I had to create a document for this project, and after I finish this one, I have a beta read that I'm doing for a friend. Not a YouTuber, somebody else. So, which I said I would start next week. So I got to get this done as quickly as I can.
I have an interesting philosophical question for you. The hubby
you said
and I
philosophical question?
Yes. Sure. The hubby and I were talking last night, and I posed a question to him, and we both kind of stumped ourselves with it. Exactly how would one know if one needed a developmental edit? Because especially like looking at my own work, like I've been doing this for, professionally for 15 years. I feel like I have a good grasp of story. I feel like I have a good idea of what I'm doing. What if I'm terribly wrong? How would one know? If, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right. And it is hard to see those things. I can attest to that myself with this book length project I keep talking about. I can attest to that. It's hard to see those things in your own work. It's just like, any kind of editing. It's like, it's so hard to see things when you've looked at it 9 million times with your own eyes. And you start thinking, I don't know. But so that's when you just need another pair of eyes to tell you what you think it needs, what they think it needs, excuse me. Sometimes you just have to send a sample, and a lot of editors, some don't charge for samples.
My half theory was on those lines, because I was like, well, what I think I'm going to do is actually have that being one of the questions for the beta readers this time around. Like, hi, thank you for answering all my other questions. Do you think I need to hire a developmental editor?
Right. Basically you need to know if it makes sense. Don't say that you like it. Don't just say that you like it, because that's not what a beta reader needs to do. It's not a review. You're not reviewing it. You need to give them your honest opinion. And I've always done that.
Yeah, I try to send a questionnaire with the beta to be like, please answer these questions, so that I can get a feel for the things that I'm looking for.
Right.
And of course, return, I almost feel like I need 100 beta readers so I can get like 10 actual responses to the questionnaire. Because not that I have anything against my beta readers, they're lovely people, but very often it's just, it was nice, like that. Just answer the questions. Dang question.
That would frustrate me to no end. I know it would. Great, Yaza. That would frustrate me to no end, because I just need to know, does it work? Does it make sense? That's what I would want. That would be the first thing I would want to know.
Because that's the vast spectrum of beta readers. I mean, some of them do the Lord's work.
I need to know, like, does at least I would want to know if it drags.
Yeah.
At all. Because that would be, especially if you have the sort of thing where there's mystery involved, or if you have a story that rests on tension,
which is like the book that I'm working on, like especially like the novella, the first of the books in the series that's coming out. So much of it is one particular character trying to figure out what the hell is going on around her. And so there's a lot of chapters where only a couple things happen, and a lot of it is like her trying to piece it together. And like, if the tension isn't right, if the mood isn't right, if the pacing isn't right, it's going to be really like, it's going to be the boring emo diaries. You know what I'm saying? Just
right, exactly. And those are the things that a developmental editor does look for. I that's not my particular specialty, but I know people who do it.
But yeah, we had a very interesting, like, couple hour long conversation last night.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, we just had like a couple hour conversation like last night of like, how would you know if you're just like full of yourself, or if you actually need a developmental editor? Like,
sometimes it is so hard to know. But that's when, if you can just get some honest opinions about your stuff, then, that way you would actually know. But, as I say, even developmental editors will, it's hard for some developmental editors might not actually do a sample because it's hard to see.
Yeah.
It's hard to see that. What do I think of it? That's the thing about developmental editing. They kind of have to see the whole thing, or at least a super quick read through, and without changing anything. But it's the changing that takes time, and that's what they would bill for and stuff. But, but just an initial thing, I think a lot of people don't.
Yeah, Meadow and Jays keep talking about whether or not they want to offer like outline critiques, and I'm just like, that would be so great. Can you imagine finding your plot holes before you wrote the draft?
Oh my God!
Like, oh my goodness! Yes, please. How much?
That's a wonderful idea.
How much? What is the price? How much are you charging me for this? Yes, I would love to find my plot holes before I write the draft. Yes, please.
Oh my God!
Please add this to the pricing. Let me know how much that would be.
Because I think I might have been there that day, because I remember Meadow saying she is more of a detail person. That's me. I've always been that way. That's why I focus on copy editing and proofreading for the most part. With some more substantive line editing, because it's more with me, it's more the words instead of the big picture stuff. But it is, so yeah, something like that would be a great service to offer.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great idea.
I know. I kind of freaked out. I'm like, why have I never heard of anyone offering this before? Like, yes, please.
Because, especially if it's your first project of that size, you don't, and you're still learning what to do, basically, and you're still learning about plot. It would be a good thing. A really good thing.
Yes.
Anyway, I can help you with all the comma stuff. and the semicolons, and I know a lot about commas. I will not say that I've memorized the CMOS opinion on commas, but I have bookmarked almost every single page of anything related to commas.
Yeah, I just kind of had a moment of breakdown the other day with all that, because I'm going through my outline as I'm writing this book, and I did not edit the outline at all, because I'm trying to keep a schedule that I've got in my mind. I'm like, it's just an outline, nobody's going to see it. And then I'm going through it, and I'm just like, oh, my grammar, what the hell? What have I done? Have I forgotten how to write? And I'm just like, no, this is like your draft.
It's the what word vomit.
Yes.
But don't worry about it. I'm trying not.
It's driving me batty. I'm like, this is just a bunch of disconnected like phrases, and why are there spaces before my commas? How did I do that? Why is there a space comma? What was I thinking when I did
first
that?
Draft issues. / what do we call it?
Yeah.
Zero.
It's also been a really long time since I've worked off of an outline. Mm-hmm. So I'm just kind of
Excuse me.
You know, again, not used to it. You know, it's just, some of the word choices that I made in this outline, like, luckily I know how my own brain works and I can look at it and go, oh, that's what that means. But, I shorthanded a lot of ideas.
Is that something we should have? Is that something the CMOS or CMOS should add to their tome?
I am a huge fan of a science channel that basically goes after flat earthers, and he's always going on about the space comma, because he sees it in his chat all the time, and he goes through and he reads the comments on his channel, and every time he sees a space comma, he says it out loud.
Oh, that's funny.
And he does it very dramatically. Space comma. Which I lost like 30 minutes of my like work day the other day because I'm just like going through my outline. I'm like, next sentence, what happens next? And all I could hear was him in the back of my head going, space comma. I was like, oh wait, what was I writing again? And I'd look back and I'd read it again. I'd hear it, space comma. And I was like, no, stop it, cats. Get out of my head.
That's funny.
So I at least got a lot of laughter at my own expense. So yay! But I was hoping to send out to alphas by next week. So hopefully I can stay close to that.
Oh boy. I think in the next sprint I'm gonna get myself some more coffee, even though it's almost 1:30 in the afternoon. Because I need it.
Coffee is life.
Maybe coffee is life.
Coffee is life.
And choose kindness.
Yes.
Choose kindness. Anyway, hey, speaking of sprints.
Sprinty sprints.
Okay.
Now I have a version of the spam song going through my head, except for it's sprint.
Excuse me. I will snort. Oops, what am I doing? I will snort laugh.
Snorkels are fun. Oh, okay. No, stop it.
What was that? Phone?
My husband turned the music on.
Oh, whoops.
I'll have a talk with him, and I will have him not turn the music on in my office. Did that play through on you? Yes, I'm on a stream, and you just played some Dr. Dre live on the internet. Yeah,
oops.
I'll do that.
Well, it was like less than, what is it? A certain number of notes or a certain number of seconds? I don't know.
We're about to last very long. We'll talk in a minute. Oh my goodness. Oh my.
I was christened the castle by jumping off the top tower. That's too cliche.
What?
He's playing Valheim in the other room, and he almost jumped off the top tower of the castle he's building. And
oh, okay. I heard something about a tower. I was like, I wanted to say.
On his server, he's building a full-on like castle. Like he's got the walls, the towers. Like he's been building parapets for it. Like it's crazy.
Excuse me.
He's leaving vast swaths of stoneless woods all around him because he has harvested it all.
Ooh. Since you're here, Charlie, would you like to count us down? You have such awesome countdowns.
Alrighty, we are about to do a sprint, which means that one, you need to recognize that self-care is productivity for writers. So if you need to take care of yourself, go ahead and do that. That's important. Make sure that you have something to hydrate with. Don't hunch over. That's not where ideas come from. Trust me, I have tried. Be better than me. That's the basic rule of life. Just ask yourself, is this better than Charlie? And if the answer is yes, you're doing good in life. So it's all good there. All right. Save your work so that you don't feed the gremlins and make sure that you're backing it up because that's been a problem. And don't rely on your autosaves. I've heard from various people that various softwares are not auto-saving the way that they're supposed to, and they're losing words. So hit that Control S, that Command S, depending on what operating your system you're on, and make sure you're actually saving. We're going to get into the sprint in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and sprint!
Alrighty. How did everybody do? What did everybody do? Okay. All right. I was deleting some things, doing some edits. Somehow I've got some extra lines in this document here. Let's not get my mice mixed up again. So
That's okay. I did it this morning while I was sitting on the YouTube page trying to figure out how to unmute my mic, and I'm just like, oh wait, not StreamYard. Oopsie.
yeah. So I'm just going through and deleting a whole bunch of spaces at once because spaces.
Space, comma.
Space, comma. Yeah.
Oh, Eva, I feel that. Like, I didn't go crazy
Yeah.
this month with spending, but I did splurge on myself some, which I never do. So we got like I ordered the Jamie Dodger plushie and the Grumpy OT and the
what did you say? A Jamie Dodger plushie?
Jamie Dodger is one of my favorite YouTubers.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. And
I was thinking of the snack.
Yeah.
Of the cheeky biscuit.
Kind of the way his channel's named that. Yeah, his name is Jamie. But yeah, so I ordered because like all my three favorite YouTubers put out plushies this month, so I may have ordered all three. Plus, I got the new LED lights for the cabinet behind me, so that I don't know, it looks better when I'm streaming, hopefully. And I also ordered the Alien role-playing game last night, which is technically a business expense because I'm going to use it to stream on the channel.
Okay.
Technically. So it's technically kind of a business expense. So I can say, same with the lights. They're technically a business expense because, you know, set decoration. But
business expenses. Yeah. I have some things I have to do. Business stuff, not creative stuff.
And I also, oh, by the way, I got to see the final last night for the Charleader, and it's so cute. It's so cute. Oh my God. I can't wait till I get the file. Merch is incoming. It's amazing.
Cool. Why is my phone going up? I don't know. It's just like promotional tax. But it's always at a weird time that I get them. Whatever. Yeah. Eva, it was basically, that was me too. That was my experience as well. I was too busy homeschooling last year. Yep.
Yeah, I don't think I bought, other than like Jules's tarot journal, I don't think I bought any new books this month. And that's a workbook. That technically doesn't count.
Well, I did get a couple of books, but it was at a thrift store. It's the first thrift store I'd gone to in, I don't know, probably 6 months at least. And it was nice. I just had some time to myself one day, a couple weeks ago, and just walked around the thrift store for an hour. It's great. And I found the White Raven, the Riddle Master trilogy, which I'm like, I have to read this. And then when I started looking through it, I was like, why does that name sound so familiar? It's because I have one of her other books, Patricia A. McKillop.
That name is very familiar. I bet I have some of her books too.
and a couple other things, and a tour book. What's that? A Castle of Magics.
Ooh, that's a fun title.
Yeah, well, it's a tour, so it looks like it's, I don't know, I haven't, it's sitting there on my shelf. I'm looking at across the way at my bookshelf. And then I got A Natural History of Love by Diane Ackerman, and then also The White Raven by.
That's a really good title.
I can't read that from here. My eyes are going. I can't see it. Anyway.
Yeah, my TBR has just been growing because I have not been giving myself time to actually read.
Yeah. The only thing I've actually read was that first one that I actually picked up a couple years ago at Necronomicon Tampa, because they people are always donating these books to them so they can, for a basically they donate the money to a local charity. And this is one for books. Look at that cover. Isn't that the cutest thing ever? Yeah. And there's the back. There's the dragon. It's
That's
very,
cool.
it's, like a hand-drawn thing from, when was this? Oh, this was the first one. 1974. That was the year my brother was born. Yeah. This is from look how aged the pages are.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Look at that hairdo. But it's actually very beautifully written. I was like, wow, such a turn of phrase, and it reads like, and there's the New York Times said that, well, if they said Rich and Regal, a very good book. Hey, I really enjoyed it, and I'm most of the way through now. So
yeah, I feel like my prose is so utilitarian. Like, I used to have a really bad problem with writing very purple prose, like just flowery and overdone. And I think I've swung all the way to the other side where it's almost like utilitarian. Like, I haven't gone as far as Hemingway, where it's just like pointless words that just string together to tell you the bare bones or anything. But
yeah.
If I don't put on the brakes, it's going to head that way.
Yeah. Yeah, I was kind of getting that way myself for a little while, and I was just like, okay, wow, really? Just getting so super short paragraphs, and just trying to pick up the pace, but I was kind of getting pretty known in my critique group for having such short paragraphs, but I was just trying to move along and stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to find that balance because unfortunately, like, some of my favorite authors are from the pulp era, and if I'm not careful, I'd like slip into that tone of voice. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I have a propensity to write very pulpy fiction, and there's nothing wrong with that, and I kind of like it, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know, maybe I can do. I don't know.
You know what I keep forgetting, by the way, before we talk anymore, that I'm going to have to wrap this up. I keep forgetting to say that I have someplace I got to go. And I've been on since noon. So actually, I hate to have to leave during this really cool conversation.
That's fine.
There's something I got to do. But thank you so much for coming, Charlie, and thank you guys for swinging by, Eva and everybody else, and Amber, and Yaza. I love saying that. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you, and anybody else that could be watching this. Did you want to say anything quick, Charlie?
I guess the basics. If you haven't checked it out yet, I did a video on Kindle Vella over on my channel that hopefully will help people understand what that is like. I am working on new videos, and if Apple will give me my podcast account back, I will be putting out more of those soon. But yeah, if there are if there's anything that people would like me to do videos on, please let me know. That way I can be more of a service to the community. So yeah.
Yeah, I feel the same way. If anybody ever has any questions about editing, about what I do, my process, whatever, please feel free to drop me a line. I don't think there's anything much in the description of this particular video, but I can do that as soon as I can. I do have to go run an errand, but I hope everybody has a great day.
Yeah.
Sorry for wrapping this up so quickly. It's like, oh, I realized it was 2 o'clock. All righty. Bye, everybody.
Bye.